It's odd that the milestones in your life can seem as mundane as this. Receiving all the stuff you need as a new first-year resident just to be able to walk down the halls of your new hospital, ready to start a new life as a doctor. For me, by the way, I'm Stephen Sims. Steve, last night at midnight, I went from being a second-year resident to being a third-year resident. I felt like I'd stepped across the Grand Canyon. I know the year ahead of me will be challenging, but equally as important, less taxing. As I watch these new residents, I can't help but wish that someone who had been through this had adjusted my expectations on my first day. Someone who could have helped me to adjust my mindset to better get through the tough years to follow. A mentor. I guess that's what I needed. Someone who I could immediately trust to give me some pointers, to help me to listen to what others were saying when they were trying to tell me something I needed to know. Well, I have them now. Actually, I have several mentors. But it took some time to find people who I could look to for guidance, to watch what they did and how they did it, to give me some clue as to what all this is about. Because there are 4 or 5 things that we have learned to do for ourselves in the past 2 years that would have made a big difference on the first day right through the whole of residency. The rigors of residency can be overwhelming, especially at the beginning when you feel you've got so far to go. But we all learn quickly from situations and from people. For me, the problem was finding someone I could trust, who would help me without thinking I was weak, who I could use as an example for my own improvement. So the search for mentors can really help. I mean, we've all looked for them.
I would say for me that I have mentors for specific traits rather than one single person. There's a surgeon that I admire for his surgical abilities, and one whose personal rapport with patients that I have set as a personal goal.
One of the valuable aspects of residency is that you get exposed to so many different ways of doing things. Given the opportunity to see how different people would handle a certain clinical or patient situation. So, in a critical moment, I may think back as to how this one person would approach this problem.
My mentor is an imaginary individual that takes many aspects of different people whose individual attributes I admire and want to emulate. I've taken all of those good qualities and put them into one image of my mentor.
Mentors. Gaining experience. Learning to live with the rigors of medicine is the transformation your residency offers you. What we wish we had learned on our first day was,
be strong for yourself.
Medicine isn't perfect, and neither are we.
Know your limitations.
Relish in your own triumphs.
you have a positive attitude today. What you need to do is to adjust your mindset so that on the last day of your residency, you'll be just as positive about the challenges ahead of you. There's a lot to be done. Good luck.